I'm doing a hashtag butterfly book tag. Celina tagged me in this. Hello, welcome to Tarot and Oracle for the Soul. My name is Sarah. Let's jump right in. The first question is, what witchcraft specialty draws you to buying a new book? All right, so tarot, I just purchased this Tarot Inspired Life and the Psychic Art of the Tarot. I bought these secondhand. I am trying to buy more secondhand books from thrift books. Speaking of thrift, I picked up this Thrifty Witchery. I still need to read this. This is definitely on my TBR. All of these are. And anything having to do with feminism and the craft, witchcraft, also activist witchcraft. So that's why I picked this up, because I feel like right now we need all the activism we can get. So this has introduction. Martyrdom is the last resort, the offering to Persephone, invoking the ancestors of revolution, bringing sun to earth, consecration, consecrating a protective charm to the Gorgons and Hecate, the Quartz Pentacle, political money magic, the reproductive rights sigil. So these are all essays by different people with different sigils in here. And I really can't wait to get into this one. It's so important. Also, I picked this up through Pango Books, which I am selling books on Pango. But I picked this up, the Kick-Ass Coven, How to Create a Witchy Sisterhood to Empower Yourself and Change the World. So yeah, I'm really trying to stick with secondhand books through Pango. I bought a lot of books from one seller, and seriously, the books that I got from her look brand new. And then I love Ariel Gore. She is an amazing author. I think the first book I read from her was called When We Were Witches, or We Were Witches or something. It was so good. So I picked up this book, Hexing the Patriarchy, 26 potions, spells, and magical elixirs to embolden the resistance. So I, for anyone who does not know, was a women's studies major. I am a feminist. I believe in reproductive rights. I believe in personal choice. I believe that women's bodies should not be, it shouldn't be a political selling point for either party. So I have a problem with the Dems doing that. Just codify that women are covered in the Constitution as equal human beings. Let's get it over with. But no, we can't do that. So we have feminists like myself and feminist witches who do practice this. So yes, I feel like it's very important right now to do those things. And especially since, you know, I've lived in red and blue states and purple states, and I am in a blue state right now. And due to me changing my name, this blue state won't let me vote. So it has already begun. I am a big proponent of voting, especially at the local level. I feel like you can enact change. I did not have this problem with my name in the red state that everyone talks about. So I do believe that this idea of like, it's all just red states who are bad or blue states are good, everything is a lot more complicated than that. I don't buy into that. To me, question everything. Not one thing is all good and not one thing is all bad. I don't see the world like that. The next question is, which book in your collection do you refer to daily? So when I was first learning tarot, I learned on the Thoth. So the Crowley Tarot Handbook to the Cards by these authors was my go-to book. I had a secondhand copy. I got rid of that one because it was falling apart, and I just picked this one up new. it is not as well loved because really I haven't been using it because I've been using a lot of Rider-Waite Smith based decks. But when I do work with my Thoth, I still like to pull from this book. It is amazing. It is packed with information. So like 3 of Wands, it has the keyword virtue. The flames of development. Instinct is creativity, self-assurance, new beginning. Goal is confidence, security, success. Light, and then it has the shadow and quality. And then it talks about the artwork, and then energetically, inner experience, profession, and then personal. And then it has the astrological sign, where it is on the tree of life, the i6n, analogy, image, and keywords. So I love this book. It is amazing. When I worked at Jan Ross New Age Books and Gifts, the whole Crystal Bible 1, 2, and 3 by Judy Hall, we literally looked through this and referenced this. We had a whole wall full of crystals, and people would come in and be like, you know, this is going on, this and this and this. A lot of times I just went off intuition and would tell them what crystal, but then they would want to read about it. So we'd give them this book and they could read about it. So it gives, you know, so like the color of the stone, the appearance, the rarity, the source, attributes, healing, where to place it when you're healing. So for this stone, you would place it on the third eye, and then it gives you combination stones. So this would be like druzy. So this book was so well loved. All 3, we had 1, 2, and 3, they were falling apart. This book is excellent if you are new to crystals. Love this book. And then for me, another book is The Magic of Reiki by Christopher Penzock. This book, even if you've taken classes, is by far my favorite book because it gives you all the Reiki symbols from all of the systems. So this book is amazing. And I like to try out the different symbols for different things. So I have some of the symbols memorized, but for like newer ones or ones I don't use very often, I do refer to this book. What non-witchcraft book has inspired your practice? What has really inspired my practice has been all feminist books, studying the goddess in India and beyond, world religions, what I know about world religions. Literally every feminist book that I have read has played a part into my practice. I don't think I would be into witchcraft if I did not associate as a feminist. For me, the two are linked and go hand to hand. Who is your favorite witchcraft author and why? So that would be Christopher Penzock. This book is amazing. All his books are amazing and so informative. I love the way he takes complex issues and breaks it down in a way that is digestible and easy to understand. It's not like reading Crowley. Crowley is dense and wordy and very egotistical. I would say I also tried to read Edward Waite's The Pictorial Key to the Tarot. Waite is just as wordy and egotistical and pompous as Crowley. So it's really refreshing to read Penzock after reading those two writers. I have read some Dion Fortune and I have a lot of her books, and I do plan on diving into Dion Fortune again because I started reading her when I first started on the path, and I feel like maybe it was a little too advanced, but I want to reread Dion Fortune, like the books that I've read already, and read a lot of her collection because A, she's a woman practicing, and I want to read her perspective. Dion Fortune is someone I hope to read, and I have a ton of her books, but Christopher Penzock, amazing. I got to go to a book signing and listen to him talk when I still lived in New England, since he has a religious group set up in southern New Hampshire, so it wasn't too far from me. I'm hoping to get to go there if we make it to New England this summer and check it out again. If you could write a witchcraft book, what would it be about? It would be an autobiography about, you know, my life and my experiences, you know, transitioning from a Catholic and a Christian who was afraid of the pentagram to a practicing witch who, you know, took stops along the way with New Age and Reiki and things like this, and just energy healing to and being like, oh, white witchcraft are, you know, good spells only, and then being like, there isn't really, you know, good or bad. All witchcraft is gray witchcraft. And I think I'm at the point where it's maybe eclectic, or like maybe more like chaos. I've dabbled a little bit with herbs and candles and kitchen witchery and just lots of different versions. Definitely Italian. I love another author and book that I really love. Let me pull it up. I have it in physical and I have it in Kindle version. Italian Folk Magic. This book is amazing, by Mary Grace Faroon, and I do follow her on YouTube as well. This book is amazing. It's one of my favorites as well. My father's family is from southern Italy, and my cousins wear the horn. And now living in the Southwest, seeing there's a lot of overlap with the chilies and the horn, and a lot of just folk magic from Italy kind of overlaps with, I would say, like folk magic from Mexico. It's cool to see. Books on my to read pile are all the new books I just showed you. The Gorgon's Guide to Magical Resistance, Hexing the Patriarchy, Thrifty Witchery. These are like the top 3. And then going into Tarot Inspired Life, The Psychic Art of Tarot, and the Kick-Ass Coven. All of those are on my to be read pile. I have a lot of books on my TBR. Most of Dionne Fortune, I want to reread her and read, you know, not just her novels, because that's what I started out reading, but I want to read her essays on her practice. Thank you, Celina, for tagging me. I know it took me forever to get to this. I'm gonna tag a few more people, but anyone who sees this and wants to do this, please jump on in. And if you've already been tagged, I apologize, but I want to tag Sarah at Sarah's Tarot, Alexis Milner, Firestyled Samarai at Writing and Witchcraft, Dezarey at Dezarey, or if you want to do it at Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. Yeah, anybody else who wants to jump in and do this tag, I would love to hear and see your responses. Thank you, Celina, for tagging me. I apologize it took me so long. I got super backed up, but this was really fun. And have fun and keep on shuffling. See you all next time. Bye.